What up with your family? So, I've been reading the comments, and we just dropped the episode, High Level Conversations, and I've been getting some amazing feedback, even though we had, little audio issues on a couple different parts. But I've been hearing that it's some people top 5. Somebody said, how you gonna make me unfollow you? I don't know what you're talking about. But if I want to hear some people feedback today from High Level Conversations, you didn't miss it. It's streaming right now, so make sure you go watch it. You understand me? This conversation was different because it was an experiment. I got my brothers, my father, and my partners together, and we had a God build. And you have to understand that these God builds don't happen often. Like this is what happens when people are ready to change the world and change everything about themselves and extract the secret knowledge of the universe. They talk about like Masonic lodges and what they be teaching in there. They talk about what happens in secret orders and happens at the mosque and happens where presidents are being taught how to, learn the domain of the mind to control the world, and what happened in secret orders, you understand me, in ancient Kemet and all of these different things. But when have we gotten an opportunity to think about that and see those type of builds? And see, it was men and women, mostly men a lot, will come together and they will have these builds about the secrets of the universe and how to control reality and control time and control power, and we don't get that enough. We get podcasts talking about beef, talking about the scrapes, you understand me, talking about gossip or talking about their sexual habits, but they not getting on there and talking power. They not getting on there talking universal knowledge. They're not getting on there talking about how to do God business at the highest level. So you got to understand what we do here at High Level Conversations, man. It don't matter to me per se whether this gets 10 million views or 10 views, but you have to know that what exists inside those high level conversations are the secret knowledges, you understand me, that can turn you into a noble leader and a God and unlock those parts of yourself that have been hidden. Because this is ancient knowledge being brought to man, you understand me, and common in current times. Somebody said there's not secret societies, there's societies with secrets. Nah, there are secret societies. See, those societies that that you call secrets, those are not, obviously they're not a secret, but there's some that you don't know about at all. They're the hidden hand. There's knowledge. Knowledge is all known, but there are certain knowledges, occult knowledge, right? That is the knowledge of mystery schools. And these school of knowledge, is the ancient knowledge of how to control man, right? It's the secrets of how to control and create whole entire religions. You understand me? How to control and create institutional power and how to create structures and entities. And it's not so much that it is secret, because we know that knowledge exists, but the how-to, the manual, the processes, listen, man, life can get deep. You got to understand a lot of stuff you may see on YouTube. That's it's just letting you know what you already know. But when somebody can give you a breakdown, like we talked about egregores on the episode, some of the things we talked about on High Level Conversations, you would have went your whole entire life, and generations of your family may have come through and passed, but without them high level conversations, you may have never been introduced to that. And that's what should scare you about the way you live. Think about that. Should scare you about the way you live, that there are certain knowledges that would have been hidden from you. And it's not so much that it's been hidden, you would have never sought it. You would have never sought it. And without seeking the knowledge, without having the question, going on the quest, the answers wouldn't have been brought. And so now you have so many new templates for power. Like this, what we're going to do, just stick with us, just continue to grow with us. I'm going to tell you, even with my platform, right? I was on Twitter, Elon got on Twitter, and he lifted the shadow ban. And he lifted the shadow ban. I start dropping videos, they get millions of views. I start dropping texts, tweets, and they getting tens of thousands, 30,000 people. It just start going crazy. And it lets you know that the power, I'm talking about the most powerful people, they have algorithms of suppression so that you don't grow into your full potential. Because social media, or just media, the media period, what they realize is that there are certain unique people who defy the code. And if you allow them to grow in an organic manner, they will become world leaders on a scale that could have never been imagined before. So they've identified a way for suppression techniques so that your true leaders never rise up, so that the true unique people and the true speakers and thinkers and philosophers, right, of this world never become popular and never become known. So you have to think about that. When you're seeing what you're seeing on social media, it has nothing to do with a person's true success. The true success, what would happen if it was an organic flow? What you're seeing is the success that a person fights for against all odds. So you don't see 19 keys at scale when you see these things. I might move through an industry party. Why? Because there are people there that have position. There's people there that have connection. In order for us to be able to break through, in order for us to have the breakthroughs that we want to change society, to change culture, to change industry, which have a hold on some of the minds, if you can change those minds, that's what everybody else do. They find the most powerful or the most talented, the most influential, and they control and they lock control over them. When have we done that? So for me, I don't have to change nothing about me when I move. I like to enjoy myself. I like to vibe. But I tell people I don't party, I network. When I'm in a situation anywhere, I can't think about nothing else but growth. Everybody else might be there to party. I'm there as an observer. I gotta bring my atmosphere. I have to keep my energy cleansed. And I can't be impressed by anything because impression changes your mind. So you have to be careful when you're impressed. The same way, if you go to a place and the cement is not dry and you press your hand in there, you're changing the integrity of it. So just by being impressed by things that are lesser than yourself, you're lessening your own integrity. This the mindset you gotta have everywhere you go. You can't be impressed by shit.
Please double check on your seat, okay? That got on the belong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, you get you a girl, man, and she impressed by the world. That's a sign. It's dangerous. You with the homies, you with the family, and they too impressed by this shit. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. You have to be above the realities no matter where you go. See, some people, they be like, Keys, I've seen you at the end. Y'all impressed by that. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. You have to pick what you're impressed by. I say that also. Because I get impressed by different type of things. I get impressed by what it takes for a man to take thoughts out of his mind and to conjure a reality, to control the influence and the sphere of people thinking, to cultivate influence and power, to architect ideas into reality and they manifest into the physical world. I'm not impressed by the material reality of it. I'm impressed by the psychic reality, the things that exist in the domain of the mind, and how well a man's mind has to be working in order for him to bring that outward. What he produced is not the impressive. How he produced it is the impressive. Because I'm impressioning myself with the same quality of willpower to produce my thinking. So the quality of the production of my thoughts will be powerful. So even if a man that you don't agree with, even if people you don't agree with, industries you don't agree with, it don't matter. Think about, because willpower and the power of producing from the mind is the same whether you're producing morally good or morally wrong. Somebody say speak English. No, I'm speaking godly. If you don't speak godly, you might not understand this. It's mathematics. So, you know, I was impressed by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad a long time ago, how he was able to take a third grade education and to become the most important black man in American history to ever exist. That impressed me. So until I see that level again, I'm not impressed by even my own self. What I get impressed by myself is when I'm in flow state, because that's a lie. Using me. That's not me using myself. My desires are too small. Allah uses me, and he wants me to be a tool and a resource for things that are even greater than myself that I've yet to even understand. So when he uses me, I'm impressed. I'm impressed how he uses me as a piece on his board in the universe of reality to create an outcome that may last for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years. I get impressed by that, and I try to make myself a greater tool so he can use me. That's all it be. Allah, I'm going to increase my ability to speak and communicate. I'm going to increase my ability to think. He said, okay, well, I can use you for this now, soldier. I can use you for this now, general. He said, I can put you in this position. You got people on the team. Imagine that you got people on your team and they don't have no skill sets. You can't use them. So I increase my skills so God can use me because I'm on his team. And he be like, all right, now that you can do this, I need you to move in that way. I need you to say it like this. I need you to build this. I need you to create that. I need you to go talk to this person. But if you don't have the charisma, the platform, the influence, the communication, the thinking skills, right? The spiritual, physical, mental capabilities, how the hell you gonna be used for anything other than self-destruction or mediocrity? And this is why people celebrate mediocrity that so much. You understand me? Mediocrity is when you just using yourself. Greatness is when God uses you. You understand me? So a lot of times, man, my life is not my own. I know I'm going to come and go, you know, but my impact will last forever. That's it. And I just keep increasing my skills so God can continue to use me. That's the message, man. Somebody said, stop acting like you're so great. Humble yourself and find ways to uplift others to your level of consciousness and confide. I believe that's what I do. I appreciate you saying that. But you know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan once said, it's not good to speak of yourself too much, but it's even worse to speak too little of yourself. You understand me? So if I was to speak in an equal manner to my greatness, it would offend your ears because you haven't reached that. So it feels like bragging to somebody because their level can't comprehend the work that it takes for a person to then speak upon the results that they've gotten. But I will never speak less of myself. So therefore, the standard that you hear me speaking on myself is me making sure I never speak less of myself. If I was to try to be grandiose and braggadocious, man, you probably couldn't handle that. You know what I'm talking about? This is me speaking in the correct manner in which I'm supposed to speak of myself. Everybody's not on the same level. So I'm not supposed to speak on myself the way somebody else who has not reached the depths of themselves and the depths of their gifts and their skills and the capacity that I have. So I won't speak mediocrity of greatness. Yeah, that way. Man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to build. High Level Conversations is out. Catch that one. My pops did his thing on that one. My brothers did their thing. My brother Steve did his. Quay, Jack Heller, man. That's the family. This God build. That's how we be building at the crib. That's how we talk amongst each other. This is how we go back and forth. You know, when God speak, we speak a universal language. And it's just different. Yeah. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace, God. Peace, families.